Hey, what's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Cans Pats Talk with Patriots podcast. Here today on a Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast. About to talk some Patriots, some New York Jets, 2025 NFL season. Hey, before we get started, hit that like button. Make sure you are sharing the content. Make sure you subscribe to the link right there in the Facebook bio and the YouTube bio. Also, this show is brought to you by the Sports Line Media, man. The show is powered by them. I really appreciate it. Let me go ahead and we got a special guest tonight, New York Jets situation report. He's a Jets fan, Jets content creator. Came on, and also I'm gonna tell him to put his links in the chat also for y'all, so y'all can go like his stuff. Let me go ahead and put my boy in. What's going on with you, bro?
Oh, what's good, Ken? Not much, brother. Just living the dream, dog. Living the dream. Appreciate you
Hey,
having me on, man.
Yes, sir. That's all we can do, man. How you been?
Good, man. You know how it is, man. It's a slow season right now. Yeah, I got 4 kids. They got summer break going on. So the last couple of months, I've pretty much been tracking everything Jets related, Patriots, Dolphins, and of course the Bills. But I haven't been in front of a camera in a while. This is my first time in front of a camera actually in over a month and a half. So, yeah, I'm getting back into the groove of things as the season's about to pick up right now. So good little go ahead and pick me up to get back into action.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, we all need a break sometime. We all could use a break.
Yep.
Hey man, the 2024 season for the Jets. Last time we talked, I think we played y'all towards the middle of the year. I think
Right.
Patriots won that game. Y'all, Aaron Rodgers, y'all won the game on Thursday Night Football. Just real quick, just a quick little recap. What did you feel happened? We talked, and you were like, you kind of felt it was going that way last time we did talk. But what you think happened?
Actually, man, I think the moment we fired Robert Saleh and
Mm.
kept some of the core components of the coaching staff in play that didn't have any kind of, in my opinion, backbone. Aaron Rodgers was still dictating how things were going to operate. I kind of knew it was going to be an uphill battle to see that season turn itself around. And lo and behold, that's what happened, man. The season definitely got away from us. I think that it was another wasted opportunity, and it just goes to show you, man, the importance and the value of having good coaching. I think last season specifically, and we're content creators, so like we know this already. We've already dealt with bad coaching. We understand the importance of coaching. But I think last season for me really opened up my eyes. You could have all the talent in the world. You can have the superstar, star, 4-time MVP quarterback. It really doesn't matter if you don't have the right coach in charge and operating and getting the game plan together and making sure everybody is in lockstep with what that game plan is. I felt like the Jets went out there, man, and sometimes they showed up, sometimes they didn't. Offense did their own thing, defense did their own thing. There wasn't any kind of real cohesion. It was a bunch of individuals playing football that just happened to be wearing the New York Jets logo, and you saw that last season. So for me, a lot of it, I think, started with the coaching. I do believe the Aaron Rodgers situation didn't help either. You know, him being stuck in his ways, doing his own thing. I really thought he might be the missing piece for us to go ahead and get back to the playoffs at the very least. Lo and behold, like that was again not the case. But
A
again,
disaster.
disaster, right? It wound up being a disaster. You can tell a lot of the young core components of our team took steps backwards in terms of their joy of being in uniform. But you know, I think this offseason we made some moves that are going to be for the better. I'm not talking Super Bowl. I'm not even talking playoffs this season, right? But I think that right now it's all about building a culture because I don't think the culture we've had over the last several years is a good one. And I don't think it's going to allow us to be successful as a franchise, especially with the Bills, the Patriots, the Dolphins in the division. But yeah, man, it just went south, man. Went south real fast. And I think it started with the firing of Coach Saleh.
Aaron Rodgers, do you think he has a lot? Because you see what the Steelers are doing right. They're bringing Aaron
Mhm.
Rodgers and Ramsey. They got the T.J. Watt contract going in. They got Jonnu Smith. They're sort of doing the same thing that the Jets did for the
Yep.
2024 season. Now a lot of people saying, well, the Jets or the Jets and the Steelers are the Steelers. How much football you think Aaron Rodgers got left? Because you
Honestly, man,
watched him front and center last year, so you would
yeah.
know better than anybody else.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers played necessarily bad football last year. I just don't think he played team football last year. I think he was on his own program. He wanted to, I think, stat pad a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Get that touchdown number up. He wanted to go ahead and play with his boy
Hmm.
again and Devontae Adams. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers really was as locked in last season as he portrayed, on camera when he was doing his interviews. It seemed like he just wanted to go ahead and have some fun and play football this
Yeah.
last year, right? We brought in his friends. It was supposed to be a good time. So I think Aaron Rodgers can still play quarterback at the NFL level. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is going to be MVP Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying he's going to go ahead and be a top 10 guy, but I think he's going to be in that average to below. I would say average. I think he's going to be an average
Okay.
quarterback this year for the Steelers. The guy just has one hell of an arm, man. Like when you have an arm like that, man, and he's got the football IQ of a guy who's played as long as he has, you can keep him protected, you keep him safe. I think you're going to go ahead and see this dude actually put up some decent numbers for the Steelers. I don't think it's going to be enough. I do think that if it starts to go south fast for
Mhm.
any reason, you're going to see a different side of Aaron Rodgers. Again, this is
Mm.
his last season. He's come out and said, this is it. He's hanging it up after this year. So can Aaron Rodgers still play ball? I think so. I think so. He's not going to be one of those top 10 guys in the NFL, but I think he can go ahead and be in that average range for the Steelers. And they definitely got the coaching situation. I'm a big Mike Tomlin fan. I think
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin is what he's doing. My brother, both my brother-in-laws are Steelers
Still.
fan. One of my best friends are Steelers fans. So it's I think they're going to make the playoffs because it's the Steelers. They just do.
Yeah.
Whether or not
I think
the
I think
pieces,
they'll make it because Rogers. I
yeah,
mean, Tomlin good to get you in the playoff. Tomlin good to
100%
win by 8, 9, maybe even 10
by
games.
himself. 100
The
exactly.
problem is just getting to the playoffs and advancing the playoffs. They'll make the playoff. There's no so they're hoping Aaron Rodgers can come in and take them to the next level. Now, what's that next? I don't think they're a Super Bowl team. I can see them maybe winning one game, but they're in a
I
tough
can see that
division.
too.
You got Cincinnati,
Got the
Baltimore.
Ravens.
We don't know what Cleveland going to be, and all those divisional games are always tough. So who knows what's going to happen there?
Yeah, now I'm with you, man. I don't see them as a Super Bowl contender. They're going to make the playoffs, and I'm not even saying that they're making the playoffs just because they brought in Rodgers. That's just the Mike Tomlin mo. He's going to make the playoffs. He's that guy, right? He has what? He's never lost, no losing seasons in his 10 years as a coach. The dude
Mm-hmm.
knows how to coach football, and of course, he's a defensive minded guy. That defense always shows up. So they're going to go ahead and make the playoffs. I think bringing in Aaron Rodgers and you trade for DK Metcalf. You got all these tight ends now in the room. They're
They got
going
about
to
5 tight
potentially
ends.
about 5 tight ends. Like, I don't know what you're going to do with all of them, but you've got them. They're going to win a playoff game. I think for them, the next step is playoff game. Maybe they compete, to potentially make it to the conference title. But I don't see these guys being Super Bowl contenders.
On to the Jets. Crazy, busy all season. New head
Yep.
coach, new GM, new quarterback. What do you make of all these changes? I mean, Justin, we will get into Justin Fields here shortly, but how you feeling about Aaron Glenn? And I can't pronounce your GM name. Can you help me
Yeah,
out?
that's Angst. No, I always mess that up. Also, um, but
So
I like the I like him a lot.
yeah,
It'll come to me in a second. I always mess up
yeah.
his freaking name trying to say it too. Not
A
and
lot
that's
of
funny,
new, a
man.
lot of newness, a lot of
A
newness.
lot of new, right? And I think at this point, if you're a Jets fan, you got to look at the situation, and it seems to be the polar opposite of what we've done in times past, right? So this time around, we brought in the general manager. General manager brought in the coach. I mean, of course, Aaron Glenn was top of the charts. Well, we wanted I
Hmm.
think Vrabel was potentially top of the charts, but once the Patriots, fired old boy, I knew from
It
the
was a
moment he
wrap.
got fired that Vrabel was going to the Patriots. Everything he did after that was just a joke to me. We all knew where he was going. But the next hottest guy on the market was definitely Aaron Glenn. I think bringing in Aaron Glenn, he's shown a level of passion, a level of discipline. He comes from a pedigree of coaches that you want to kind of see implemented on your roster. And you've kind of seen that already during the offseason, right? In terms of a more disciplined, a more focused approach. They just have been very, very, very quiet. You're not hearing a lot of
I was
noise
just about
coming
to say
from.
that. I was just
That's
about to say
different.
that. Yeah.
That's different for us. And for me, I like it, right? We're usually very loud. The offseason's great. The Jets won the offseason again, etc. And it's always resulted in L's, L's, L's. Now we brought in Aaron Glenn. They're putting their head down. They're putting in the work.
Yep.
And I love it because we're not hearing anything about the Jets. They're just putting in the work. You'd have to be a Jets fan to go on their social media content to go ahead and see what's going on with those guys. So I like what I'm seeing in terms of that aspect. I think the primary focus should definitely be on culture. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the New York Jets are going to go and to the Super Bowl or win the playoffs or we're going to go on a run. I'm not saying that. I don't think that's where we're at right now as a franchise. But it all starts with culture. The Detroit Lions were a joke of a organization just 5 years ago. We've seen what they've been able to accomplish with the addition of their coaching staff, bringing in the right players. So I think what Campbell did over there is what we're kind of hoping we get with the Jets, man. I think we're hoping we get that with the Jets. And Aaron Glenn's coming from a poverty franchise who's made a huge turnaround, so he knows what bad looks like and how to get it to good. And of course, you know what I'm saying, with the Bill Parcells connection, you got to love everything you're hearing about Aaron Glenn. So for me, it's all about changing the culture. So maybe a couple of years from now, a few years from now, we're in that conversation of, chasing the Bills for the AFC crown.
Do you think, I like how you just skipped over the Patriots and the Dolphins, but that's all right. But do you think that Justin Fields, I mean, I think it's a 2-year contract or is it a 3-year contract?
It is a 2-year contract for Justin Fields.
It's 3-year?
It's a 2-year.
Okay, two. Okay, do you think that can be a long-term deal for him? How you think he's going to play? I mean, I like what you got at Garrett Wilson. They play together at Ohio State. I think you need about 2 more weapons on offense. You don't know what's going to happen with Brees Hall. I think you need a number 2 wide receiver, maybe somebody in the slot. I forgot who y'all got in the slot. Y'all had last year, had Devontae Adams, Alan Lazard, and Garrett Wilson. Malachi McCoy, I like him coming out of, where did he go to school at? Is it Washington?
Washington, Kentucky.
Yeah. I knew it was something like that. I like him coming out. I feel you get the ball in his hand, he can do some things, but he could be like a good slot receiver for y'all. How do you feel about your draft? Because this question here leads into to my next question, the draft. How do you feel about the draft that y'all had in the whole offseason along with Adam Justin Fields?
Yeah, listen, I think they made the smart move, right? A lot of individuals wanted them to go wide receiver in the first round. I was a big fan of the tight end out of Penn State. Having a brain fart right now, but I was really
Penn
hoping,
State. Oh man,
I can see. It's like I said, I've been out the game for about a month and a half, so no script in front of me here. But yeah, the old boy out of Penn State. I was really keen on him. I was kind of hoping he'd be the guy. But we went with Membu, right? The best offensive tackle, graded offensive tackle in the draft, and I love that pick because again, you're talking about
Tyler Warren.
That's why I wanted Tyler Warren, but we wind up going with Membu, and I think that's the right pick. It's the smart pick, not too flashy. Again, the Jets of old, you want them to go with the flashy pick and whatnot, but this is an organization coming in, understand the importance of the offensive line. You see what the Lions did with their offensive line. They've got a top 3 offensive line in the NFL, and it kind of like as the offensive line went, the offense went. Aaron Glenn, understanding that, knew that was going to be the pick, and it seems like from jump, that was the direction. They threw a bunch of smoke flares out there to throw individuals off, but they knew from the beginning they wanted to go with Membu. So I think with our offensive line in essence being complete, a Jets team that finished with the 8th ranked or graded out offensive line last year, now you solidify that right tackle position. I think that goes a long way, which is why
I love y'all draft. I think y'all had a solid draft.
I concur. I think we had it wasn't a flashy draft, but it was a draft that touched on needs and it added some depth. And that's, again, smart general managers, smart coaches are looking to go ahead and build that team. They're looking for players in day 2 and day 3. And I think the Jets did that. And I think, again, what you do with complementing free agency, you bring in Justin Fields, that offensive line, I feel pretty good about, man, the direction of this team. It's not me sitting here, as a fan talking about like, yeah, be ready, Patriots, be ready, Dolphins. I'm not talking smack this year.
Yeah,
I want to see. I'm not talking smack to anybody. Last year, I thought we had it in the bag. Played myself. So this year, I'm looking at how they all put it together. So far with the draft and of course with free agency, I think they're in the right direction. Coaching staff seems competent. I love the unit that Aaron Glenn put together with the coaches. So it's all looking like it's going in the right direction. But again, broken record. I said it was going in the right direction when we brought in Salah as well. And I like some of the moves we did with Salah as well. So it's rough to be in this position as a Jets fan, especially as a content creator, because it almost feels like you've seen this before And then
This
now
this year feels
most
a
Jets fans
little
are holding
different.
their
I think
breath.
y'all fly on the radar a
It
little bit, and I'm
does.
a diehard Patriots fan. I can't
That's
stand it. No, nobody in the division really, but this year feels
yeah,
different.
no, same
I
here.
mean, the Aaron Rodgers cloud isn't over y'all no more. You can kind of
Yeah,
play new head coach, new GM, new quarterback, no expectations. So I mean, just go out and play. So I mean, I now y'all
that's
roster from
facts.
top to bottom is great. It's definitely better than New England. Right now, I think it's better than Miami because I don't know what the heck they doing.
I don't know what the heck
I
they're doing right
like
now.
Buffalo roster. I don't love. I mean, Allen kind of makes that roster go, but I think y'all probably got the best roster in the division. Oh, we about to get into the yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
and yeah, and you say that, and I've said the same thing as well. And I know a lot of individuals within the division that feel the same way. The Jets have probably the most well-rounded roster in terms of talent. But again, it doesn't matter unless it all
Right,
comes together, right? Because like you said before, Buffalo Bills, their roster last year, I thought they were taking a major step backwards. I swore that division last year was either going to be the Miami's or
right.
the Jets. And the Buffalo Bills laughed at all of us and ran away with it. So it all comes down to putting it all together. But I'm with you, man. I love the roster in terms of top to bottom when you compare it to the rest
Yeah.
of the rosters in the division. But again, it's the Jets, man. We've been so dysfunctional that I don't know if we can either. You could have given us, prime Josh Allen, and I don't even know if we could have put that together to go ahead and win the division. So we're gonna have
And
to
I
wait and see.
think this could be it for Fields. I mean, you was with the Bears, and they didn't support you right.
Yeah.
They got rid of you.
Nope.
The Steelers wasn't the best situation, but it was a better situation in Chicago. Good culture, good head coach. They got rid of. They didn't want to. Well, I think they say he turned that off from Pittsburgh. Now
He
I
turned
think
him
this
down.
might
Yeah.
be the best opportunity he has with the Jets. The offensive line with Membu and Fashano. The
Yep.
offensive line is good.
Yep.
Good defense. Got your receiver that you played at Ohio State. Good play caller from Detroit. Can't think of his name. It's a pretty good setup right now.
Tanner
Yeah,
X
yeah, from the
Rand. X
yep.
Rand.
It's a pretty
Yeah.
good setup right now for Justin Fields to
Yeah.
come into. Now he's going up against some good defense in that division. Buffalo, New
Yeah.
England. Let's see what Miami looks like. And I haven't looked at y'all's schedule this year. I know y'all played well. I know we played the AFC North, and I think we got the NFC South. So we got no. So you
Yeah.
got those two divisions. So how you feel about the schedule?
The
Y'all open
schedule,
up in
honestly, man, is
Pittsburgh against
favorable. I
Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, they're coming to
Yeah.
us though. Pittsburgh comes to us this year. The schedule does look favorable, if I'm
Okay.
being honest, right? If you look at it, you don't see anything to really be terrified of. There's some games that could be manageable. There's some games that they should win. It all depends on how fast everything comes together. And with the Justin Field aspect, man, I agree with you, man. I think that in the Chicago, he made, I'm not going to curse on your
Okay.
show, but he made chicken salad out of
Right.
chicken crap, right? Like there wasn't a lot to work with, but he made things happen. The dude proved he at the very least is an elite
Mm-hmm.
athlete, can do some damage with his legs. With the Steelers, man, I thought he was going to be the dude, man. He went 4-2 in the 6 games he played. He had a 10-1 TD to interception ratio. He wasn't throwing the ball down the field much because they didn't want him
Right.
throwing the ball down the field much, but he played the game as he was coached and directed. You saw him take a major step. He wasn't forcing the ball. He was taking what the defense gave him, which is what you want to see in a athletic quarterback like him with a strong arm, seeing the field and taking what the defense gives you. So I think this year you're hoping, hey man, is year 4 the year you put it all together? And you're kind of hoping for that. Again, he's 26 years old. We already know he brings an elite trait to the table with his legs. He's arguably the most athletic quarterback within our division now. But again,
Got
can
to
he
show it.
put it all together mentally? Got to show it, right? So again, like you said, bro, like you look at this roster and you think to yourself, there could be something here, right? It's the Jets. It's the Jets, man. And until the Jets stop doing Jets things, it's hard to really just jump on the bandwagon again to believe like we're going to go ahead and stop embarrassing
The
ourselves.
contracts, Brees Hall got a contract situation. Garrett Wilson got one. Sauce
Yeah.
Gardner. How you think this gonna play out? There's three studs, 3 star players for you guys. I've been hearing Brees Hall. I think I heard from one of the Jet Sports that he might not. Y'all might trade him. I've been hearing it all offseason. Nothing happened yet. I love Brees Hall. He's a hard runner. I think he had an injury his rookie year. He hasn't really got back to that yet. But I think, you got Brees Hall contract, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner. Where you think everything is leaning towards going with these contracts?
So for me, I think priority is going
Oh
to be
yeah.
Garrett Wilson. A lot of people think I'm crazy when I say that. I was like, no, I think of the 3, Garrett Wilson to me is the one that might have the highest ceiling. And that's crazy to say it out loud when Sauce Gardner has had 2 all-pro seasons already in his first 3 years. But I think that we have not even begun to see what Garrett Wilson can do. This is a guy who's put up back-to-back-to-back
Mm-hmm.
1,000-yard seasons with with no quarterback play, right? Aaron Rodgers last year is the best bet he's had, but he's continued to show what he's capable of. The guy is a freak athlete. The body control is elite. And he's a great dude,
Yeah.
just a great dude, right? The kind of guy you want to make the face of your franchise. You want to give him the money because you know he's not going to go ahead and do dumb stuff with it. You know, you got Sauce Gardner right now dating a Spice Girl, and he loves being on social media. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But to an extent, you start to feel like every time somebody comes at him because he has a bad game, you kind of see how like he reacts and stuff. There's some maturity stuff I'm concerned
With
about
Sauce,
Sauce
yeah.
Gardner. I know we're gonna pay. I know we're gonna pay him. I know we're gonna pay him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to pay the dude $40 million a year. I know that's the number I've been hearing floating around, and it makes me sick to my stomach. If we're gonna do $40 million a year for Sauce Gardner, I would rather trade him.
Trade
Like,
him?
people think I'm crazy for saying that, bro. $40 million a year,
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it. And you're already hearing him go on social media talking about what Deion Sanders said, like you got to go for what you're worth, and you're already starting to see it becoming a distraction. And there's concerns there. I think Brees though is going to be the odd man out. I think we're going to go ahead and
because you got two. You got Braylon. What's the running other?
We got Braylon Allen and Isaiah
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas. So. And Braylon Allen to me, I think is a stud.
Young
man.
too. Young.
Down South Philly. He's young. He's 20. He just turned 20 years old this year. No, I'm sorry, 21 this year. He's a bulldozer, right? He reminds me of Adrian Peterson. So he can catch the ball. Like, I like Braylon Allen a lot. I'm with Down South Philly on this one. He is a dog. Philly,
shout out, man.
And again, it's the running back position, man. It's just one of those things where like it's one of the easiest positions to translate to the NFL, right? And everybody wants to be a running back still. So you can always find a guy that can go ahead and you can do the committee thing as well. So I think Breece Hall winds up being the guy we probably use him up this year and probably put him on the trading block in the offseason because this is year 3 for him. 4-year contract. So he'll probably be on the trading block next year. Actually, no, I think this is maybe it's year 4. This might be the last year.
This is 4th year.
I think this is his 4th year. You're right.
This is 4th year, I think.
This is it. I think he might play out or at least get to mid-season, seeing where we're at, and then we might wind up putting him on the trading block for a team that might need him. I love Breece Hall. I think he's an incredible running back. Again, like you said, since his rookie year, we really haven't seen him kind of get back to form. He had a pretty good year 2, but last year was definitely a down year. So we'll see what he does this season. Would it surprise me if they wind up paying a dude? Not at all. But I think if you're telling me right now, gun to the head, you got to go. It's Breece, it's Sauce, it's Garrett
probably,
Wilson.
Yeah, Breece probably
go. It's Breece, man. I think Breece is gone. The positional value just isn't there. You know, cornerback and wide receiver.
That draft class for y'all was insane.
It was crazy.
That was insane.
And you forgot JJ. Jermaine Johnson too is another.
Yeah, one. He got hurt last year, right?
He got hurt last year.
Oh, okay.
In the preseason. But now he's back. He's feeling himself. If that dude comes out because he was on track to become a double-digit monster for us last year.
And I like Will McDonald too. I love Will McDonald.
Oh, I love Will McDonald, man. That was a great pick. I wasn't the biggest fan of that pick when it first happened because I think we wanted to go the offensive route when he
came on last year.
But my gosh, man, last year the dude showed he could put in the work. This year he shows up to camp. He's 15 pounds heavier in terms of muscle, so he's trying to become more of a guy who can go
edge setters, against the run,
and be helpful in the run. So you like his mentality. The dude just loves to run. He's one of those freaks, man. The dude has got freak athletic ability, and now with coaching, you can go ahead and kind of cultivate that. And he was a double-digit guy for us last year. Can he do it again this year? So yeah, we've got some dogs, man. Again, like you said, and they're young. We got some young dogs on this roster that are impact players. They're foundation pieces. And then our offensive line across the board is a bunch of young guys. The oldest guy right now would be, I want to say it would be freaking what's our left guard's name? I know we just brought him. John Simpson.
Yeah, okay,
yeah. He's the oldest guy. I think like 27 or 28. Vera Tucker is 26. So like it's a young offensive line. This is going into year 2 together for them, with the exception, of course, of Membu. But like you want that kind of gel. If the Jets can get 40% of what the Detroit Lions were able to do, I'll be happy with that, right? Yeah. Going into a year, I'll be happy with that, to see that step being taken towards that direction. But again, the quarterback situation is going to be key. Is Justin Fields going to be able to find another tier? We need to know that. And if I'm being honest with you, man, is Aaron Glenn going to be able to go ahead and when it comes to game days, can he go ahead and handle like right now? You guys got Vrabel. We know Vrabel can do it. We've seen him do it with the Titans. You know he can go ahead and handle game days. So you got a coach. You know for a fact that's an NFL coach. With Aaron Glenn, we're hoping he is. All the signs kind of point that he could be.
I think
But
I like
until
Glenn. I like
I
Glenn.
love Glenn. I do love Glenn. But again, at this point, I want my team to win. If Glenn ain't the guy, we'll know by the end of year one
Yeah,
if
that's what.
he's not the guy. By the end of year one, we'll know. So I'm hoping we see a guy that actually understands the X's and O's, understands the time management, understands game day planning, making sure everybody's where they need to be. I want to see that going into this season. So I know we've got a coach. It's been a while since I could say that we've had a coach.
Yeah.
I'd like to at least know that part is secure. Because again, a lot of young guys, man, a lot of young guys with a lot of talent. But if we're wasting it because we have bad coaching another year of these guys' situation being ruined, and we don't really know what's going to wind up, you know what I'm saying, with the future. So I don't want to start a full new rebuild because honestly, if we're being honest, if we don't get if Glenn ain't the guy, and by the end of the year we know it ain't the guy, here comes the rebuild. Year after that, it's going to be a
Now
rebuild.
you turn it up again.
Exactly. So I'm at that point, man, where I just want to know, even if Justin Fields isn't the guy, right? Let's say Justin Fields is just it's not clicking. He's gonna be a backup for his career. I just need to know my coach understands what he's doing and he can show that on Sundays. You show me that, cool. Let's go into the draft next year and get our quarterback. But man, the coaching for me is so important going into the season because I want to see and feel like I have a competent guy.
Guys, hit the like button. It don't take but a second. Hit that like button on Facebook. Share the content. YouTube. Hit the like button. Also, this show is powered by the Sports Line Media Man. But please hit that like button. I appreciate it. It don't take but a second. It do not take but a second. Hit the like button, man. So you're talking with New York Jets situation report. Took some time out of his busy schedule to join me today. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Got a few comments for you. Okay, down south Philly says gotta take care of Wilson first. Very
100%.
important.
100%. Yep. I think Wilson is going to be the key. Like you keep him happy and you like the outlook of your offense because you've got that surefire weapon who can find ways to get open. He's going to be a asset to the quarterback, whether it's Justin Fields or whoever we draft in the future. I think Wilson is a must keep when it comes to this draft class.
DJ said I think Glenn would be good for the Jet. He's a hard ass type of coach. Hey, okay,
100%.
DJ.
Yeah. This is why I think he was the number 2 guy after Vrabel this year.
40 M's is crazy for Sauce.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But that's the number that's being thrown around right now for freaking Sauce Gardner.
Just like Lions coach. Let's see. Fields is going to be one to hold the Jets back, not Glenn. Hey, let's hope so. As Pats fans, let's hope so.
And if I had to bet right now on how it winds up ending, I'm with DJ on this one. I think that it's going to be Fields failing us more so than Glenn failing us.
I know you probably don't got your schedule. Who your first few guys? I know you open up with Pittsburgh. We're gonna know about the Jets and you go ahead. You got a second. We're gonna know about the Jets and Justin Fields early. Who are your first 4 games? I know you got all Pittsburgh right. Week 1.
So first 4 games, we got Steelers week 1 at the Jets. Week 2, we got the Bills. Week 3, we got the Buccaneers. And then week 4, we got the Cowboys. I'm sorry, the Dolphins.
Oh man.
Yeah,
so that's Pittsburgh, Buffalo,
Buccaneers,
Tampa.
Dolphins.
Is that in Tampa or in New York?
That's in Tampa, but we go from Tampa straight to Miami, so we stay in Florida.
Man, I want y'all to win. I think y'all can win week 1 against y'all. I think y'all can win week 1 against Pittsburgh.
I think so too. I think we can week 1, and I feel actually pretty good against the Dolphins with the mess.
And then you go to Buffalo, or Buffalo come to y'all.
Buffalo comes to us.
Okay, it don't matter. That's gonna be an L right there.
Yeah, that's an L. Let's just be honest.
It don't matter where that game is played. Then y'all got Tampa.
We got Tampa.
I don't like Tampa. Gonna be nice this year. I love the draft.
So I think we lose.
So you're probably looking at 1-3, 0-4 at worst, right there.
I think best case for us is 2-2. But I think honestly, we'll be 1. I think if I had to bet money again right now, I'm putting money to it. I think 1-3 is how we open up.
So who's gonna be the 1 win? Probably Miami.
I'll be
probably Pittsburgh. Yeah,
I feel great about Steelers. Yeah, I feel much better about playing the Steelers than I played
Fields versus Pittsburgh. I didn't even know that. Maybe he played with a chip that game. Okay, I think Fields gonna play hard that game. Cause I like what the Steelers did, but they're Aaron Rodgers is 40 something, Ramsey 30 something. Now.
Yeah, man.
TJ Watt 30 something, Hayward 30 something. Jonnu Smith's in his 30s. Darius Slay in his 30s. Like they're old team.
Even freaking the cornerback they just got from the Dolphins.
Ramsey, yeah. Ramsey, like I said, he's in his 30s. So this team would have been good about 3 to 4 years ago.
4 years ago, they're scary. Terrifying.
I think I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like it. So
I feel my best against the Steelers. I think we could go 1-3. I think best case scenario would be 2-2.
Jets somehow sneak wins against Buffalo. They play
True.
Buffalo, the toughest in our division. Post. Yeah, y'all do. Yeah, y'all
Yeah,
really
we
have
do.
had Buffalo. And while we
This number.
about to get into the AFC East before we let you go for the night. Where you got the Jets ranked right now? Right now, I got the division right now as we speak on paper. Now we ain't played a game. I think we had a great draft or whatnot. Right now I got Buffalo. I'm gonna go Miami, and then I'm gonna go New England. I'm gonna go the Jets. We can't beat Miami to save our life. We can whether it's in Miami and New England, it don't matter. We cannot beat Miami. So until we can beat Miami, Miami is ahead of New England. And then I think just roster wise and they've beaten us every year. Tua has own. We ain't beat them since 2021, I believe. And Tua didn't even play that game. Tua like 6-0 against New England.
I was shocked by that y'all didn't.
I know a lot of people talk about Miami's going there. I mean, they're just tearing it up. They rebuilding. They still can beat New England. They still probably better than the Jets. You know what I mean? And I think Buffalo owns them, but Miami got the offense to keep up with them. So Miami's a weird team. Of what I think this might be Dan. I like him as an OC too. This might be his last season in Miami. But I think like right now it's Buffalo, Miami, New England, the Jets. How you see the Jets right now?
See, I would flip y'all and us.
Come on, man. Come on.
I like my roster better. I like again Vrabel the last couple of years in Tennessee wasn't that great. What is he bringing to the table? We're going to get the first couple of years of Tennessee or the last couple of years of Tennessee. We're going to find out. So, and I like my roster way better than I like your roster.
Now we're talking roster. We're talking roster. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I would put y'all ahead of Miami if we're talking roster.
Well, no. Like I'm not doing that because I think they've shown more offensively with their coaching staff, and they're pretty much intact for the most part. And we know Buffalo's Buffalo. So if I had to look at our teams right now, we don't know what Vrabel's going to do. We don't know how he's going to do at that head coach position with the Patriots. I don't know what Ben's going to do. So I'm looking at just the talent,
the roster. Your roster.
And with that said, that's why I would give myself. I would go Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots for me. But just call us homers because let's be honest, those are our squads. So it is what it is.
I'm gonna get you back on during the season when I think we play y'all about the middle of the year. I think I have you back on for that or whatnot.
We
so
play
you
each
got,
other week.
I know it's a Thursday night game. We play. I want to say
November 13th in November, bro. That's the first time we played each other. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then second to last game of the year.
I agree with you. If you're talking rosters, I would go Jets over Nova. I just thinking. Vrabel, he's done it before. He's been a coach with Tennessee.
True,
he's done it. He's been there, done that. McDaniels, he's been there, done that. We got a GM. I mean, Elliott Wolf is going to be calling the shots there. Drake May, Justin Fields. Who you taking right now? Be honest. Right now, as we speak, if a game had to be played today, Drake May. I'm taking May.
I can't lie, man. I like the way Drake finished the season last year. It pisses me off to say that, but
and listen, and you weren't even the biggest May guy, so that's big coming from you. Yeah, you was not the biggest.
I really thought y'all got yourself a bigger Zach Wilson, but on the back end of the season, watching Drake May kind of put it all together and carry that team on his back.
What he was working with, I mean, come on now.
Exactly. I was like, you got to be kidding me, man. They found another guy. There's no way, man. So I'm hoping it was more fluke, and then this year, like we see the real Drake May. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. What he did in the back end of the season, I was like, God damn it, man. They got another dude at quarterback. Yeah, that was a little frustrating. I was hoping.
Yeah, I go May over Fields, running back. I would take y'all running back. I don't know. Let me see Travion here. Right now, I would take y'all because I know what Brees Hall. I like what I seen from Braylon Allen last year, and I like what I seen from the other guy. So right now, I would take y'all run the game against all because I haven't seen Travion Henderson yet. Wide receiver, I think our wide receiver better than y'all right now.
I think so.
Y'all just got Garrett Wilson.
We got Garrett Wilson, Allen Lazard, we got Reynolds.
What Allen Lazard do? What did Lazard do last year?
I mean, 5 touchdowns, 580 something yards.
Look, we got a bad wide receiver
12 yards per catch.
He had a pretty good game against the Patriots, but he had that. But come on, I'm taking Diggs, Pop Douglas, whatever's left of Kendrick Bourne.
You got to see whatever's left of Diggs too. Diggs, he's coming off an ACL tear too at 31 years old. That's
but I like our play call. We got Josh. Remember, we did that last. We didn't have a good play call last year.
Yeah,
you don't know what your offensive
coordinator. McDaniels.
Yeah,
I think that was actually the biggest mistake y'all made this offseason was bringing him in.
Hey,
after hearing about how that dude, I think he was able to. He's the guy that made a lot of money, was able to get a lot of work. Compliments of, you heard it, Tom Brady. Tom Brady made that man, and I think you
But no,
bringing
no,
him
no.
in this
He
year.
went to the Raiders, you saw what he did with Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers. You saw what he did with Mac Jones too. Mac Jones rookie year went to the Pro Bowl and had a phenomenal rookie season under Josh McDaniels with
I
what
think
he was
Mac
working with.
Jones was because of the unknown, and y'all still had the Patriots effect. Everybody still played y'all like Tom Brady was back there, and that's where a lot of teams messed up. Because again, Mac Jones, by the time you figured him out by the end of the year, you realized he couldn't ball for crap. But it was too late. Y'all already in the playoffs. It was already a wrap. But I honestly believe, out of everything y'all done in this offseason, which I liked a lot of things y'all did this offseason,
Right.
Josh McDaniels might be the worst thing y'all could have done. And I don't know. Maybe
Ooh.
he'll find a way to
It
prove
can't be
you
no
wrong,
worse than what
but
we
I
had
think
last year. It can't be no worse than what we had last year.
it's not just because of his play calling. I think it's because in his mind, he really thinks he's the shit. Like, and you would think he got humbled after getting smoked and schooled over the last couple of years, but I just feel like in his mind, it's everybody else's fault, as you saw in some of his press conferences. In that kind of mindset, I think in a locker room, again, Vrabel's a big dog, so he's gonna be able to go ahead and keep his his team. But I just think, man, the McDaniels hire, I was just like, you had options of some other young minds, some guys who you could have brought in there and really kind of catered the ball. I just think that his top five. He had plenty of success as a play caller without Brady. He went again. We're going to pick on the ones and twosies of the 7 years he was an offensive coordinator. Josh McDaniels.
Let me see. Josh McDaniels as OC top 5 play caller. He had plenty of success as a play caller without Brady. He went 11-6 with Mac. He did go 11-6 with Matt Castle at quarterback. He's a top 10 play caller.
I'll give you. I'll give you. He used to be a top 10 play caller with the Tom Brady effect. I don't care who y'all had. I don't care if it was Matt Castle. It could have been me and you back there. Everybody looked at the Patriots and they just thought they were in God mode, and people played y'all like Tom Brady.
But you still dismissing what he did. I get what you said about Matt Jones. He did pretty good with Matt Jones. You forget Jimmy Garoppolo when Brady was hurt for those games. Jimmy Garoppolo looked good up under Josh McDaniels. He had Derek Carr. I mean, he's been out of football for years, so let's see how he does this year with the Patriots and whatnot.
We'll see.
Let's just see.
I just say that's the one move I didn't like. When I saw y'all hired him, I actually was happy. I was like,
But you liked everything else.
Everything else y'all did this offseason, I was like, God damn it, man. Them boys got good. Stephon Diggs, to me, I don't know, but if you get 65, 70%,
that's what I was saying.
Stephon Diggs,
right?
That's a home run hit. It's
better than anything we got.
Yeah. So that was the only one I looked at. I said to myself, like, ooh, thank God I was the McDaniels one. That was the only one I was excited about for you guys was McDaniels. But everything else, I was like, damn it, man, this is going to be. They got the best coach that was available in freaking free agency. Their young quarterback looks like he's a baller. The dude decided to figure it out the last 6 weeks of the season.
Mm-hmm.
The kid was making magic happen, and again with nothing around him. That's what made it worse. Nothing around him. So
I don't
know, man.
You got the Jets wide receivers over us. We disagree with that. I'm going our tight ends over y'all tight ends. I like the kid you got from LSU, Taylor.
Yeah,
I like him. So,
that's fair. I like your tight ends better than my tight ends.
Offensive line, that's a tough one because you got two young guys. Fashano came in and played pretty good. Let's see what Mimbo is. Let's see what he is. Y'all lost Morgan Moses to the Pack. How you feel about the Morgan Moses loss?
I like his leadership. I do, but our offensive line played better last year once he got hurt. So that's why he never got back out there for us on the back end of the season. He's older guy, right? He's got to make some adjustments. It is what it is.
I mean, how would you grade his play last year? Because he's gonna be protecting Drake May now.
He played bad for us last year. Like in the beginning of the year when he was out there, I think he gave up in 5 games. He gave up 3 sacks, 4 sacks, a ton of pressures. He looked uncomfortable for some reason, and
he's older too.
He is older. So he looked and then in my head I was like, of course he would come from freaking Seattle, and he was a Pro Bowler there. Come to the Jets,
I think it was in Baltimore.
I'm sorry, Baltimore.
Yeah.
Come to the Jets and you forget how to play football. Like that's how bad we were as an organization watching him play. And then once we started rotating out some of the younger guys, and we never let him back. He got healthy around week 10, week 11, and we kept them, as the what do you call it, rotational lineman? I forget
I can't. The swing tackle.
Exactly, he was a swing tackle.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so I like the dude. I think his leadership is he's definitely going to be a guy who's a voice on that offensive line and in that offensive room. He takes responsibility. He only wants to get better, and he loves being freaking coached hard. So I
He's going to
think
help out. He's going to help Will Campbell too.
exactly he's going to help the young guys out. So you've got a guy who could definitively be in that mentorship aspect in the room. Whether or not he still got some left in the tank and whatnot, I didn't see it for us. But again, a lot of people blame the scheme as well. So your coaching staff might be smarter in how to utilize him. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I would still say our offensive line versus your offensive line.
I would lean towards your offensive line too. I
Yeah.
think it's a lot of unknown in ours. Defensive line, I don't think it's close right now. I'm going with y'all right now. Barmore coming back from the blood clot situation. Let's see if Milton Williams can stop the run. Is he just a pass rusher, or was he a product of what he had on that defensive line in Philadelphia? Let's see what Harold Landry got left. We got Clevion Chase on. So I go with y'all defensive line. I love your defensive line linebackers. Y'all lost C.J. Mosley. You got Sherwood, and you got my boy Williams. I take y'all linebackers. Yeah. Secondary, I'm going to Patriots. I'm going with us. I like Duggar, Peppers, Gonzo, Alex Austin, Marcus John. I like what we got in that secondary. And we got Carlton Davis too. Y'all, I think y'all got Sauce. Y'all lost DJ Reed. I think did y'all lose your safety too?
Well, we lost Ashton Davis.
I like the corner that you got out of Florida State though. I like him.
Yes. I like that pickup, but we also have a Pro Bowl freaking slot corner too, man.
Yeah. What is his name? Is it not Thomas? I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Man, I got to get back in the game, man. When it comes to our corners, I do like our corners. I would go us because I do think Sauce Gardner himself.
But Sauce don't travel though. Gonzo travels.
No, Sauce traveled last year. And he held his own. Sauce traveled last year, and he held his own.
Okay, but the year before that,
Michael Carter.
Michael Carter. Yeah, I was about to say that.
So I would go that in terms of the numbers. But again, you said yourself the Azaria Thomas pickup, and we also brought in Brandon Stevens. I don't know, man. I think I would go with our secondary, but again, you're splitting hairs because between Sauce and Gonzo is where I think we're leaning in terms of the favorite, and both of those guys are dogs. So you could go either way, but we do have that Pro Bowl slot, and I think our slot's better than yours.
Hey, so Jets Patriots week. We said November 13th.
Yeah,
that's gonna be an entry. Hey, one of us got to knock off Buffalo, man. We got to. They're the cream of the crop right now. And then you got Miami. Miami, they're full of potential. Let's see what they beat this year. I think, like I said, I think it might be Mike McDaniel last year. I really don't care about, but I want to beat Miami. I want to
sweep Miami. I want to sweep Miami too, man. I can't stand the Dolphins. I just can't. I hate the Patriots. Like it's always gonna be, but like it's only because y'all were so good for so long. So it's an envy type of hate. Like I truly just hate the Dolphins, right? Just because a lot of talk for a team that really hasn't accomplished much, but everybody just the fan base and us goes back and forth. Yeah, I want to sweep the freaking Dolphins so bad. I really do. If I had to bet on it though, I think we split with you guys. We split with the Dolphins. I think the Bills might sweep us.
Yeah. Hey, it's gonna be an interesting season, man. What are any interesting storylines you looking forward to?
Honestly, I'm waiting to see what these contracts look like, man. between Sauce and Garrett. Sauce keeps tweeting and talking about how like negotiations are going good and they're close, et cetera, which means in my heart, I'm like, man, we're going to drop $40 million to keep this guy a year, which is going to drive me insane. I really want to see what the numbers look like for Garrett Wilson. But for me, it's about those two contracts right now. I've been refreshing Bleacher Report, you know what I'm saying, Twitter, trying to see if we get an update on that. So those are the two things I'm really, really focused on to see how that pans out.
Sounds good, man. It's gonna be an interesting season. Can't wait to hook up with you during the year, man. Let everybody know where they can find you at, bro.
Yeah, y'all can find me at New York Jets Situation Report. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and of course on YouTube. I've been out of commission for the last month and a half. I'm taking a little trip with the family to the Dominican Republic here next week. But once we get back, I'm back in the grind. So more content coming here early August.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. Hey, I appreciate it. A lot of y'all on the stream tonight. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Go to the New York Jets Situation Report on YouTube, Twitter, all social media. Follow his page. Also, this show was powered by the Sportsline Media. Hit that like button. Share the content on Facebook and YouTube. And, hey, most importantly, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it, man. Hey, appreciate it, man. We'll catch up soon. Go Pats. Yes, sir.